I thought you could see what we do when we record. All right, we good. Hey, anyway, welcome to this special episode. This pretty much a collaboration episode, with really three different collaborators slash podcast slash duos. And Atlas, who's also solo content creator, but he's not a stranger from the podcast. But we're gonna go around and do quick introductions because we're about to review the last Spider-Man movie. And this will be spoilers, so we're not doing a non-spoiler review. So pause it, come back later if you haven't watched it. All right, but once I'm DJ of Nerdcap.
I'm Genzo of Nerdcap as well. Starting from the top with Alex, we're going.
I think everybody has a different order on their screen.
I know.
Yeah, it is.
No. We'll go A to Z, then we'll go easy, and then we'll do Atlas last. All right, y'all start off. Go up.
All right, so I'm Atlas from Atlas.exe. You can find me on Instagram.
That's the exact opposite order.
All right. Okay.
I'm Alex, aka A Lushy, and I'm from the A to Z podcast.
And Chris, aka Zay from AZ podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Jay, AllTimeNation.
It's your boy Easy, you feel me, from AllTimeNation.
All right.
And here we are. All right, cool.
It sounds like we got kind of like a little Spider-Verse going on right here.
Hey, right.
Right. All right, well, let's get right into it, y'all. As you know, Tom Holland's fourth Spider-Man film. We're gonna start pretty simple. We're just gonna go around the room and we're gonna give what our rating is out of 10. So from 1 to 10, what would you rate it? I'll go first, and we'll go to Genzo. I'm giving it 9 out of 10. Genzo?
9.5 out of 10. Yeah. 9.5.
Okay. Atlas?
8.5.
Okay. Zay?
8.3 out of 10.
Okay. Alex?
Yo, Mike.
Yeah, it's back on. Calm down. I'm gonna give it 7.5.
Kick her off.
Okay. Jay?
I'm giving it a 9.5.
Okay. Easy?
9.5 as well. That shit was fire.
Okay.
We're making sense.
Okay.
For sure.
Not bad. So, at the bottom, 7.5, and the top, 9.5. So no 10s out of 10s, but no failing grades either. So not bad. But so with those, now that we have the ratings, who want to go first and explain their rating?
I'll go real quick.
Please.
All right. I can be real quick with you. Going into the movie, there was a lot of displays about people saying that this was probably the best Spider-Man movie, hands down, like ever.
Mm-hmm.
I was hyped to see that because it's going to be the first standalone, real type standalone Spider-Man movie, like without any Avengers help, any Nick Fury help. This is like him being Spider-Man by himself. So I was excited to see that. But after seeing it, I feel like it left too much up for interpretation, and there was a lot of there was a little bit of small gaps here and there that could have been explained better or could have been done better. I'm not gonna say the movie was bad, because it wasn't. Shit was actually really good. I like the storytelling. I like the fact that we got to see him actually battle with himself about who is he really. Is he Peter Parker or is he Spider-Man? And we saw too much of Spider-Man because he didn't have a personal life. That's what D. Wolf was telling him. But am I gonna put it up there as the best Spider-Man movie ever? No. Will I put it in the top 5? Yes. Mm-hmm. But in my opinion, I don't think it beats Spider-Man 2. Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man 2.
I agree. I
don't even think that's his. Yeah. I don't even think that's Tom Holland's best movie. Respectfully, but I feel like they're just stretching it out because I feel like they're stretching it out. I think that's why they did it, because they're trying to make this more of a standalone Spider-Man movie. That's probably why we don't see him in the Doomsday trailer. They're probably going to keep him street tier for a while so we can see how that looks. So that's probably why they stretched it the way they did. But that's my opinion.
Okay.
I most
That's
agree
what's
with
up.
what you said on that point. I don't think the movie's perfect. I got some points. I'll go next and then somebody else wants.
Okay, yeah. You can go ahead, Atlas.
I'm gonna say that I already wrote my stuff down because I wanted to make sure I didn't forget what I want.
Okay. Smart man.
But I'm gonna just go with the stuff that I liked about the movie. I liked, the emotion aspect of it. I thought was great. I definitely felt some of the heartstrings. I felt bad. I mean, granted, if you read Spider-Man comics, feeling bad for Peter is like the standard norm anyway. So they definitely got that into the comics, into the MCU. It was sad. Tom Holland aced his performance as I always thought he was pretty good Spider-Man, but I think he's finally like, it's fair to say, in my opinion now, he's Spider-Man. Like, he's like a definitive Spider-Man. Like, I can 100% accept Tom Holland as Spider-Man. I don't have to put him on watch no more. Like, no, I think he got it. I think he did a great job with that.
Mm-hmm.
Putting in certain characters, like I like how they put like Punisher in a PG-13 setting now. So some people are talking about like he's kind of weird. He's weird because he is now in a PG-13 setting. Punisher is now PG-13, and that's what it's going to look like for Punisher to be PG-13. That's just the way it has to be. And I feel like they did a good job of that for the most part with him. I liked the way they made the Hulk kind of scary. So this including the characters, I still think Yelena being in this movie was so pointless, so unnecessary. She's just, they just shoehorned her in there. That girl did nothing of everything she told Peter, 100%. He could have got that information literally any other way. But,
Low-key?
It was cool to see her. It was cool to see her.
It's trying to be cool.
No matter.
But, besides that, I think, is it my favorite Spider-Man movie? Oh. I love Spider-Man 2 with Tobey. Tobey's pretty much my favorite Spider-Man anyway. But I also liked the previous one. Which one was that?
No Noel. Yeah.
Noel.
I love that movie, man. I love that movie.
Okay.
I love that movie.
Okay.
But
I
this
actually just recently
like
I
right
rewatched
there,
that
though.
before this movie.
That is right there, though. To me, depending on my mood, they could go neck and neck. Like I could probably switch.
Okay.
Them. But
we're actually going to ask that one. We're going to ask that question next. How we compare those two for which one's better? That's gonna be the next question. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it. For the most part, I loved it. Thought it was great. Certain criticisms, our villain. I guess this is a spoiler friendly one, so I can say who it is now. But biggest issue I had with the movie, I feel like there were no repercussions and there was no reason for Jean not to do what she did. She ended up being the victim, but that girl is not a victim. As far as my eyes, she's a villain. That's a bad person. He killed people. She straight up killed people, y'all. And we are going to forget about it.
She did.
Next movie, we're going to act like she did not make that dude walk into the street and get hit by a car. But, okay.
I mean, how they do mutant, she gets a pass, low-key. I ain't gonna hold you.
It's like the same thing they did with Wanda. Like she took over the whole town.
The same thing they did with
just
Wanda.
flew away. You're like, all right, that was kind of bad, but
I mean, there was some context that said that she can actually see if that person's a good person or not. So they try to say that like she wins that man's mind, and it turns out that man was actually kind of evil. Like, don't know what he did in his past or what he's actually doing in his life. But she was like, oh, he deserves to die. So she
what constitutes as evil to Jean Grey though?
I don't know. That's a good question. Because
anybody that parts of mutants,
look
low-key.
hypotheticals for what side
exactly.
Because, for example, we know Bruce Banner's a good guy. That guy's screwed.
Absolutely.
That guy's screwed.
Yeah. She scrambled that boy ass, boy.
That's a valid point. That's a valid
That boy
point.
done.
Genzo, you want to follow up?
Yeah. Okay. So, I definitely think the movie was great. One of Tom Holland's better performances. Of course, it kills me a little bit every time when I hear people say, man, it's still not beating Spider-Man 2. Hey, man, I understand. Sometimes we got to grow past our childhoods, but definitively, it's fine. It's fine. Listen, it's fine. Spider-Man 2 is one of the greatest Spider-Man movies in existence, but Lord have mercy. I feel like maybe y'all just haven't watched it again. Go watch it again. I don't know. Maybe it might actually increase your love for the movie. I don't know. But as far as that, I do agree with Atlas. I feel like having Jean Grey as the villain in the movie, it was a little weak. That's honestly probably my biggest gripe about the movie because I'm like, I want to see Spider-Man battle against a legitimate villain. I want to see him fight Kraven. I want to see him fight Venom. They had Scorpion right there, but even Scorpion had to take back seat. They had Tombstone and everything. They had so much potential. And like I'm starting to feel like Marvel's doing this thing where they think it's better just to have like cameo villains than to give Spider-Man a legitimate villain. And I don't really care for that. Like I want to see
Mhm.
Spider-Man get taken to the brink by somebody in his rogues gallery, in his rogues gallery, because we saw that
Hmm.
Toby's Goblin
Iron
in the
Man's.
last movie was the one that was taking him back there, and then all the other people were like Iron Man, people who hated Tony Stark, Mysterio.
Hmm.
Like I still to this day don't think that Mysterio should have been a Tony Stark villain, and he should have just been an outright Spider-Man villain. But it's all right. I like that they're putting him back in the city. I like, I know DJ. That's something that was one of the biggest gripes against Tom Holland Spider-Man, that he didn't feel like a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man because he was always everywhere else. So I'm glad that they're rounding him up. They're putting him back in the city, which is good. And I think it was Zay that said it, or was it Zay or Easy, but I think it was Zay. But when he said that they're probably going to sideline him, keep him street tier, and keep him out of
Yep.
Doomsday. Yeah, I think that's a good start. Although on what Atlas said about Yelena being in there, I do think that her reasoning for being there is going to tie into Doomsday because she's probably going to make some sort of claim about Spider-Man in Doomsday. I just think so because they're trying to tie the Spider-Man and the New Avengers, the Thunderbolts thing. I think they're trying to tie it all together, so that's why they had to put her in the movie. It's a very weak reason because, like you said, Spider-Man could learn all that from anybody else. But
Hmm.
I think that's the way to tie it all together. So I do believe that Spider-Man is going to get brought up, if not be in Doomsday. Very small, might see something with him swinging around, nothing crazy. But I think that's just a connective tissue. But
Okay.
overall, solid movie. Definitely my top three Spider-Man movie of all
Hmm.
time. I'm not gonna say where, but it's definitely not three. So
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Let's move down. I'm just kind of moving down the list here. And we're gonna probably start next question. We'll start like flip way how it is on the
okay.
thing. But Alex, you can say your piece.
So I gave it a 7.5,
You did.
which isn't a bad rating. And I agree with a lot of what Atlas said and Xavier said, and even what Genzo said. Like all of y'all are making like a lot of points that I was gonna make. One of my issues, and I'm touching on what I said about last week when Xavier and I had the discussion about Spider-Man, is that I said that I love Tom Holland. He's been doing a great job. It's like y'all said, he has no reason we have no reason to like put him on notice and see if he can execute. And it's like, okay, no, he's Spider-Man. He's been eating that shit up, no question. What I said
Oh,
I
think we
would
lost
have
you.
loved to see by now is him in his own movie without the shoehorning, without the cameos or the other MCU crossovers. I think what makes Tobey Maguire's movies so strong for a lot of us outside of the nostalgia, but I think why it still holds up, especially Spider-Man 2, and even for some Andrew Garfield's, is that it allowed him to be the lead hero. No help. And that the movie was off the strength of their portrayal of Spider-Man, off the strength of their portrayal of Peter, and the villains off the strength of his own villains. What I'm missing a lot of the other parts of Spider-Man and Peter Parker's world through this MCU take of Spider-Man. Like, where's J. Jonah Jameson other than the little cameo he had in the last movie? Like, why are we not seeing him with a camera in his hand? Like, that's Peter Parker. That's what Peter Parker do. You see that even in the animated series. You feel me? Like, he has a job. Who the hell was paying for this nigga apartment and shit? Got all this tech. Tony left him some bread. Like, these are the things that I'm thinking of. You feel me? And it's exciting to see the Hulk. It's exciting to see, a new Jean Grey. Like, these things are exciting. I'm not gonna like downplay them, but at the same time, like, it kind of does feel redundant. And I love seeing Scorpion. Just for there to be no word of him for the latter 2/3 of the movie anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, of all the cameos in this movie, the strongest one to me was the Punisher.
Fact.
And it just also seemed like like Genzo was saying, like it just seemed like everything that was happening that Jean was doing was absolutely inconsequential. Like so she just gets on the bus and then go where? So that's it. What happened? What
The
happened to the
institute,
dude?
bro.
Right, like
To
what
the
happened?
institute,
What
she
happened
went
to the
straight
dude?
upstate.
What happened to Right, like what happened to the Hulk? Last thing we heard of the Hulk was that they sent him to a psych ward. Did we not hear nothing back because y'all put him in the movie for a reason, but then don't have nothing to say once everything is resolved? Where our bro at? And then on top of that, I was also confused with like, okay, so he has an inhibitor, but I thought he figured out the solution to keep Hulk under control. Mm-hmm. Like when we do all of this to try to prioritize the continuity of the overall arc of what the MCU is doing, sometimes it can get a little convoluted. Mm-hmm. And for me, the strongest parts of the movie was when it was just say hi to my husband, y'all. No, the strongest parts to me was when it was just Tom by himself, him and his friends. And then the little moments with the Punisher here and there, but when he was going through his mutation, that I like that. I wanted to see more of that, but then, you know, we getting scenes with, like, I don't know. I just feel like Jean was kind of used very weak as well. Like I feel like haven't we seen? Isn't this kind of redundant? Haven't we seen this type of, you know, because like you said, like she kind of is a villain because she didn't know her sister was dead yet, and she out here causing havoc and killing people. If your powers are that strong, then you should have just went to the source instead of using old white lady janitors.
When we've seen this before, somebody actually said it played out pretty much like Thunderbolts with Sentry. How he's got super powerful, and then got kind of talk him down or something like that. So, I mean, I think that's a valid point too. Yeah.
But yeah, and I really do hope, like, if Tom Holland comes back again, at this point, this nigga 30. If he decides he want to be if he decides he wants to do one more, I feel like he's got one more in him. Then after that, he's gonna look too old because you know they don't age with.
Toby was 45. Toby was 45 years old. Swinging and.
I was about to say Toby sounded mad old.
That was known canonically. Mm-hmm. He wasn't supposed to be young Toby anymore. Like that time had passed. Yeah. Like I'm talking about, like when we're depicting him in his prime. Like at this point, this is his fourth movie. If he does a 5, at this point, make some room to bring in Miles Morales. At this point,
they're gonna kill. They're gonna kill.
Like, that's what we need.
They're gonna kill.
I'm thinking is I want him to do one more solo, then his 6th one.
That's what I'm saying. They're gonna give him a solo one, then they're gonna kill him.
But it's gotta be a solo.
I'm only saying that because of what Tom Holland said.
They're setting it up for that whole incursion stuff. They're gonna bring Miles in.
And that, like, I'm done. He wants to start a family with Zendaya, so they might kill his ass off.
Yeah, one more out of him. I mean, one more little thing with his friends, because again, like at this point, in my opinion, y'all dragging it. The girl just said he don't love her no more. Bring in one of his other bitches. Spider-Man had help. Bring in another bitch. Okay with that. Let's come on. Like there's so much to Spider-Man that we have not seen. We have not seen a good depiction of him and Venom live action. Because Spider-Man 3 kind of messed that up a little bit. They kind of fumbled on that. But overall, it was not a bad movie. It was still good. It was still solid. I think compared to No Way Home, No Way Home. No Way Home, I feel like is like MCU very much hit or miss when it comes to these like ensemble casts and stuff. Like that was a better way of utilizing that many characters and allowing all of them to shine instead of like just throwing them in there and then falling by the wayside. But that's all I got to say.
Okay. All right.
Side note, before we start to the next person, I'm not gonna do it now. When this is all said and done, I got one last thing to say before we cut it here. Cause after hearing what I just heard, y'all go ahead though. Y'all go ahead.
All right, Jay. Jay didn't move easy.
All right, so I see this movie more as a connector movie, kind of like to push the plot along until we get to Doomsday and all that stuff. Cause like my number one thing about it, they brought Savage Hulk back. Thank God we don't have to deal with Professor Hulk no more. Fuck that nigga. I'm sick of it. Kind of like they use the inhibitor collars, so that's now going to be introduced into Marvel in the whatever future series.
Mutant collars.
They got, and just a bunch of stuff that kind of pushed the plot forward. I feel like that one chick that was in his apartment, asking, "It does he live here?" That could be Gwen
Yeah.
or like Felicia. So
Or Liz
that's another
Taylor,
love
or
interest right there.
is it Liz Taylor? I don't remember her name. Elizabeth something. Whatever. My fault. Continue.
Yeah. But
Mm.
I feel like this movie just kind of helped push the plot along. That's why I'm fine with it. And like even at the post credit scene where he's in space, I think that's moving towards like Spider-Verse something. Since we still got one more movie to do, and we've seen that they put actual live action characters in the animated movie. Because like, wasn't it Donald Glover in the last Spider-Verse
yeah.
movie? So I can
Yeah.
I feel
It
like
was like Prowler.
this movie did what it was supposed to do, which was kind of push the plot forward, introduce some things. So when we're looking at the Doomsday movie, they're like, "Oh, how they get an inhibitor collars out of nowhere?" Because they definitely left the chip right there in the building,
Yep.
and like, "Oh, Jean's gray hair." But one thing I didn't like was Jean's sister having powers. Because originally,
Facts.
Jean's sister never had powers. It was Jean. She got messed up because of her sister dying and stuff like that. Or her friend dying. Regardless, she was the only one in her family with those powers. So it was kind of weird to see that. Her abilities were kind of like weird. Like, you're an Omega level mutant. Why do you have a range of 30 some feet? Until you get experimented on.
Yeah, I mean, it was New Gene though.
Okay.
Like, granted,
I
it was
think
New Gene.
New
That's
Jean
what I'm
sent the
saying.
signal throughout the
Yeah.
universe, so I was like, hold
Because
up.
we saw like later on she did that.
We were
Multiple
used to
city block
X-Men
jumps,
3.
yeah.
We was used to X-Men 3 Jean where they showed her
Yeah.
as a child and she was actually moving that powerfully. So that's why we was like,
Yeah.
Body Murphy
What I
heard
don't
this
want
one.
them to do
But also, I
is,
kinda like
sorry,
that how they
know we
were,
gotta, move on. I don't want them to rehash the Phoenix joint. We've seen
No.
that joint
Please no.
We're done.
3,
No,
4,
we're done
5,
with
6, 7, 8
Man,
done with
please,
that.
God, no.
Yeah.
I'm good off that.
I pray we're done with that.
I'm good off that.
Yeah.
God no.
But
But I also like how
yeah.
they were boosting Spider-Man's powers back up to where he should be. Because
Yes.
I see Prime as a weaker Spider-Man until just now where he's like, okay, I'm locked in. He's blocking stuff he should block. He has a legit spider sense that can see danger coming from however long. So proud of that. And I think they
I
did
was
what
just
they were
about to
supposed
ask
to
if
do.
y'all peeped that when he finally
Yeah.
said he's both, and then like his spider sense actually looked like a spider sense. Like,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
But they didn't call it a spider
Sense.
sense, bro.
Yeah,
They
that
didn't
tingle.
call it spider sense. Son, bruh.
It's okay. It's okay. At least they didn't call it Peter Tingle. We're
bruh.
getting there. We're
Boy,
getting there.
over that. Steve, that was annoying as hell.
Let them cook. Let them cook.
Spider sense, bruh.
Peter
Yeah.
Tingle.
Okay.
What the fuck, dog?
Easy. You want to go ahead and say your piece?
Yes, sir. All right. So I also give it a 9.5, right? Because it is a connected movie, right? And one, I love the X-Men. Favorite group, everything like that. Proud to be a mutant, you feel me? And one thing I do hate that they downplay fucking Jean. Because Jean is a fucking demon. Even like as a child, you feel me? She should have been destroying half of that shit, like comfortably, without even trying. You feel me? Like, they downplayed her pretty bad, which is it was a good setup. I would say it's a good setup. But I peeped the whole little sister thing. I was like, she don't have powers. That was kind of pointless. She don't have no powers. She didn't need that type of motivation. She was already kind of fucked up from her parents alone. So let's just move on from there. But I'm glad they brought Spidey back to, New York and whatever, and doing this thing, making him the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man again, and not just part of the Avengers or part of whatever. You feel me? Like, he'll get there eventually, and I think that's a setup because now Fantastic Four crossover here, so they'll have that connection, whatever, and they'll, bring that Johnny and Spider-Man connection again and everything like that. And then they just set up everything else. They set up for my mutants, basically. It was a giant setup for the mutants afterwards,
Yeah.
which was cool because you saw the little Rogue cameo thing, whatever. You saw, what was it? I think Cindy Moon was in there. You saw potentially Gwen or whoever that was, but like it was a good setup. I'll just say it was a good setup movie just to bring back the actual Spider-Man, not just some Avengers and then oh yeah, there's Spider-Man right there. You feel me? Like it was good. It was a good setup. And then people ragging on the Punisher was kind of crazy. They make him seem like he's supposed to be an actual villain. Nigga's an anti-villain. He just teeters on that line. So him being like that, it made sense.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they hating on Punisher so bad. It won't
And
bad.
also-
Like, go ahead.
Yeah, I agree. I thought they did
I
great.
agree.
Go
Okay.
back
I really
before
think that
Phantom
device
came
that
out.
they had in the building that they were using on Jean and her sister, I think that's going to be Cerebro. eventually.
Say that last part one more time.
Oh, I think it's turning into Cerebro.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Cerebral.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah,
Cerebro,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah.
That'll be interesting. That's interesting. Okay. I'll say my piece real quick, 'cause y'all pretty much summed it up. Like I said, I gave it a 9 out of 10. If you know me, you knew the first two Spider-Man films, I kind of hated on, I ain't gonna lie. Everybody liked them. I was like, hey, these are mid. So
The
for
second
me
one for
personally, this
sure
is
was.
oh, actually, let me say that part. But
Facts.
yeah, and part of the reason where the motivations for the villains lie that. Now for this one, the why it won't be a 10 out of 10 for me is because of the Jean situation. Like I love Jean, I like Jean. Do I still think, even though this is a big part of the film and I still gave it 9 out of 10, do I think she should have been introduced in this film or like in this way? No. I think they should have been like an actual Spider-Man villain, kind of like Jinzo was alluding to earlier, only because we haven't seen that a lot in his three other ones. Like, because the last one, half of them were Toby Andrews. First two, they were pretty much Iron Man ones. So we want to see someone kind of like so Scorpion here, like, hey, I just don't like this Spider-Man, you know. So I would like to have seen that here.
Mhm.
And that's my biggest critique of it. I think they did handle the cameos well. I was worried about the Hulk, but I'm glad we got Savage Hulk. I'm
Thank
glad they
God.
got Spider-Man, his buff with his abilities, and the way he actually uses his abilities is more creative. Um I'm thank God they actually changed directors. No shade to John Watts, but they had Spider-Man actually doing his thing in this movie, which I appreciate. I feel like the other ones he was just kind of one-dimensional with how he uses powers, and he's finally in just New York, and they show him being the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, not the Spider-Man in I don't know Amsterdam or Bangladesh. So
Or
I
fucking outer
appreciate
space.
I appreciate them for doing that.
Mhm.
I definitely appreciate that. To me, the best Tom Holland Spider-Man's have been this movie, and then when he was introduced in Civil War, those were his like best at bats at being Spider-Man. And I like Tom Holland. So a lot of other ones, it's not really his fault. It's just how they was written. But for me, this has been his best. All right. Before we move to the next question, anybody else have anything want to say about the ratings or overall real quick? Okay. Well, next question, and we're gonna start kind of backwards. So easy. We're actually gonna start with you. Actually, before we do that, everybody's gonna go around the room and answer this question. And then easy, we'll start with your explanation. So we'll go around the room. Um, is this last movie better than No Way Home? Easy, what do you think?
Absolutely not.
Oh, we'll just do yes or no, and then we'll. That's absolutely not. Okay, Jay.
Mm-mm.
Nah.
Okay, Alex.
No.
Jinzo.
Nah.
Atlas.
No, it is not.
Zay.
Fuck no, baby.
I I did not think I was gonna be the only one. I think it's better. I think it's better than No Way Home.
Really?
I do.
I'm gonna wait for my
But
turn.
If you take the salt on now, because so wait a minute, because if you take the fact, because the thing that sells it
Mhm.
for me, I don't know what everybody else's reason is.
Mhm.
It's just the fact that I get to see three Spider-Men. It's the closest thing to a live-action
Mhm.
Spider-Verse. But if you take just that out the sense,
Mhm.
I also still did like the Goblin and
Exactly.
Tom Holland's like going like that's
Mhm.
like that whole dynamic.
Exactly.
But if you take the nostalgic part out of it, then yeah, I can see why you would say that this
Okay.
one's better than the
Well,
other ones.
let me
I got
we're gonna, so we can start back. Let Easy go ahead and say why he feels like this one is better than we kind of go around.
All right.
But I guess it'd be kind of quick since all y'all agree
Yeah.
for some reason.
Go ahead.
All right, so No Way Home is better just because one, my GOAT, Andrew Garfield, was in there. You feel me? Like best Spider-Man, comfortably. But the reason why I
All
say
right,
it was,
you about to start a whole
better.
nother.
Hey, it is what it is. They hold my man. He should have got a third movie. He definitely was the best one. But it was better than this one just because they actually made it feel like this is Spider-Man. Even though we had like cameos out the ass with all the actual villains and stuff, but they stuck in New York. They stuck there. You feel me? Like it actually feel like a real Spider-Verse, like a live action Spider-Verse, which was awesome. You feel me? We see Goblin become an actual demon again, and right in front of our faces. You feel me? We actually see actual Spider-Man villains whooping his ass. Like Spider-Man was getting his ass whooped throughout this entire movie. You feel me? And he had to figure it out, actual real life consequences. You feel me? And it opened up like I guess a possibility for having more Spider-Man come in there with the whole incursions thing. Like potentially, hopefully, if Sony don't hold, we get Miles Morales in the fucking end. You feel me? So like that's why I feel like it's better because it wasn't like a bunch of just like set up to set up to set up to set up to set up like this one, but it was actually a Spider-Man movie. You feel me? Like it was just a bunch of them in there. So that's why I feel like it's better.
Okay, okay. Jay.
Well, the only reason I say No Way Home is better is just because this is more like a setup movie, like I was saying earlier. So it wasn't really trying to push his plot better. He was pushing everybody's plot forward, not just Spider-Man. And that one, it was
Hmm.
pretty much him versus the Simpson Sticks, which is dope. That's why I wanted to
Uh-huh.
see Spider-Man or Spider-Men versus his villains. And to kind of give him those difficulties, those challenges as a his problem, not a world problem to deal with. So,
Okay. All right, Alex.
yeah.
I just enjoyed it better.
All
I
right.
I mean, just
Simple.
straight up. If I had to give reasons, I feel like everyone from Tom to Zendaya to, forgive me, the young man that plays Ned, to Aunt May, to all of the returning Spider-Mans and all of the returning villains that reprised their roles, their performances were top tier. I feel like the stakes were a lot higher and you can feel it. Um, it was just way more emotionally driven to me. And again, I feel like it rounded out the best in my opinion. But overall, it was just way more entertaining. And again, they balanced out the whole ensemble. The ensemble cast effect of it all was just like it was done perfectly in my opinion. Them bringing back Toby, them bringing back Andrew, it felt like a balance, and there was such a great chemistry. And of course, Willem Dafoe just ate his role the fuck up. Like it was just an amazing performance overall by everybody, and just a well produced film. Um, and just
Hmm.
a lot more entertaining. Like hardly any loopholes, none of that shit. It's amazing.
Hmm.
Okay.
Interesting.
I think it's Genzo, then Atlas.
All right. Well, real quick, I'm going to change my answer. Actually, I'm actually going to go with this one because it took me a second. Like even just hearing Alex talk and then hearing what everybody else was saying, and it kind of just dawned on me. Outside of Gene being the only real issue, because I remember literally when they showed it was Gene, I looked at Zane, I looked over at DJ, I put my hands in my head, I was just like, why? Like for what purpose? But outside of Gene, I really do like the fact that I know people are like, oh, well, there's the Punisher was in there and the Hulk was in there, this and third. But I really kind of realized that I like that because a lot of times when we see these movies in Marvel, you always hear, "Oh, why would the Fantastic Four, or I'm sorry, or why was just this one hero handling this when there's supposed to be multiple heroes in the city?" They're showing you this right here. There is multiple niggas in the city now because the difference
Hmm.
between Andrew Garfield's and Toby's is like they didn't have anybody because Sony didn't create a universe, blah blah whatever. They just had to stick with their one guy. That does make their movie stronger, because it's like just them versus whatever they're up against. But I can't knock Tom for being a breathing, functioning universe that's supposed to have other niggas in it. He's supposed to be swinging around and see Johnny Storm flying across the city line or whatever. These niggas all exist in New York. You see what I'm saying? So that part right there does actually strengthen my like for the movie because it does feel like it's now a functioning Marvel universe. And yet again, it's still Spider-Man's story. I do like the fact that they lean very heavy on him for this because just the fact that the police were like, "Hey, listen, you're the only person that this, you know, assailant can't affect. So you got to figure it out." They didn't have any plans or reasoning. Shorty just taking minds over and body hopping. They were just like, "Hey, Spider-Man, deal with that." And now, granted, and if you ask me personally, do I think that Toby or Andrew could have dealt with that? No. Toby could bear. Toby's over here fighting an octopus and a madman on the glider, and Andrew Garfield was getting packed up by a lizard. How you gonna stop a make them
Hey, watch your
top
mouth.
that?
Andrew would have
So
handled himself.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
He would have
He
handled
wouldn't. Hey, he wouldn't. But I do like that. It does make Tom. It does this. It brings. Think about everything Tom had to handle. He had to handle, the Hang. He had to handle Savage Hope. He had to handle Jean Grey to a certain degree. I'm like, bro, Tom, and he, bro, is like he's only a child, bro. I mean, he's like 19. I'm not gonna say child, like
Well,
19,
well, now
20.
he
No,
should
he's
be.
21 now, so y'all
Yeah, he
Is
should
he
be like
21 now?
20. No,
20.
he should be like
Yeah,
20.
because he did like a
Yeah,
time skip
Yeah, he's
kind of.
21 in that.
he said
Right,
4
right.
He did
years
like
at
4
Taz.
years
they're
of
They
literally
said
college.
like past college
out
at
of
this
college.
point.
Yeah.
They did because they did
Yeah,
4
Yeah,
years
he's
of
out of
college.
college.
They did like they
Yeah.
did 4 years
Yeah.
of
So
college,
they
right?
would
Actually, he
have
might
to
be
be
like
Remember,
22.
22,
Yeah,
22.
he's
Yeah,
like
Okay,
22.
22,
Yeah.
23
cool,
low
cool,
key.
cool. Well, bro's
Thank
22.
God.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? 22, which is also this is still gonna go into my final rant later on. This all plays into that. But I actually this does actually make me enjoy this movie more because it's legitimately just Spider-Man in the universe. So yeah.
Mhm. Okay. And before we move, I think somebody's mic might be ticking or something like that.
yeah, somebody is taking.
All right, start muting.
All
So
right,
I don't hear
everybody
it.
mute. Let's see. Let's
Everybody
see who's
use
the
their mic
culprit.
one at a time. That might help. Might be
Unmute it. There, unmute slowly. One at a time.
Me? That's not me.
No pressure. No pressure. I ain't got a gun on you yet. Unmute. Come on, keep it going. Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
have been
All
on
right,
mute. So.
it's Alex.
It's Alex.
It's Alex.
No, it's
Wait,
not.
no,
No,
it's
it's
Aiden,
not.
not.
It's
It's
I
Jay.
had been on mute.
It's not me. I've been on mute. It's either Jay or
Oh,
Easy.
he talking
I think
about
it's easy.
Hold on, let me see.
Atlas.
Let me see. I'm
No, it's Alex.
Oh, is it Atlas?
Hey, why we
Wait,
doing the Spider-Man
Actually,
meme
no,
right
no,
here,
no,
bro?
no.
Everybody
Hold
fucking
on.
playing.
Okay, we'll do it one time. We'll do
All
one
right,
time.
I'm about to mute.
Okay.
Let me know if it still happens.
Everybody
after I mute.
mutes.
Okay.
All right.
I'm about to mute now.
yeah, I see.
Oh yeah, everybody mute. Everybody mute. And we'll do it one at a time. Okay. Okay, we'll start with Zay. You unmute. Okay.
Unmute.
Good. Genzo unmute. Okay. Atlas unmute. Okay. Jay unmute.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Easy.
Uh-oh. It's easy.
It's easy.
What happened?
We found the
My mic?
imposter.
We found.
How could it be easy,
like-
bro? We said that you had the best mic
Yeah.
quality out of everybody.
Right,
You
right.
were-
Hey, y'all set my mic up for failure. Shame on real
it's like
expectation.
playing Modern Warfare. It's like playing Modern Warfare back in the day. Trying to figure out who echoing. No, my mic work, bro.
All
Shit, I
right.
got this
You
shit.
were
Okay,
proposed
okay.
in one. You were supposed to bring balance to the chat, not destroy it.
Oh,
okay.
duh.
Am I good now?
All right.
Word.
All right. Well, we'll let you work on. Oh, actually, I don't hear it now. Yeah,
Oh,
we
okay.
good.
You good
All
now?
right. All right, Atlas. I think we was on you.
Yeah.
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 So
So is yeah. You know the
yeah, I still like No Way Home better. But like I said, for me it's real close. So like honestly, like even tomorrow I could say that I like Brand New Day better. Like it's real close, but I still like it better because there's like a couple things that I have nitpicks about for Brand New Day that are an issue for me with just movies in general and Marvel. But like, and I've been talking about this a lot to people lately. I'm not a fan of the anti-hero, not villain things that they be doing
Okay.
lately. I want
Absolutely.
a villain. I want to dislike somebody, or maybe I dislike them because they so bad. I'm kind of tired of the,
Mhm.
oh, kumbaya, this person's going through it. It wasn't there. Man, I've seen them hate people for worse things than Gene did, bro. For less things than Gene did. I've seen them make other
Star-Lord.
people like the general of like who's just like, hey, capture that person is the worst person who's ever been created in the Marvel universe. Gene can come out here and tear people up. Wanda can come out here and literally sodomize people with their brains, pretty much. And it's like, okay, fine. But so I don't really like that. So, but in No Way Home, right? They got things like we had Green Goblin. That was he, and he was.
Mhm.
I mean, I already thought he was great before, but he went nuts in No Way Home. I mean, we lost Aunt May. That's a big deal. That was tough. And
Yeah.
then I feel like even like the mic drop moment to me, it was still crazy how I felt when at the end he told MJ, "You're not gonna remember me." Like that was whoa, oh my god, like this sucks, you know.
Mhm.
So I feel like certain moments, and then of course it's just like a big kind of hype, fan service to have 3 Spider-Man, and we like all the Spider-Man. Doc Ock was amazing in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, I just feel like moments were crazy. It was very grand. It was a big deal. Realistically, this movie could have worked out if they would have just let Jean go find out what happened to her sister. Like,
Mhm.
kind of. You don't want somebody out here doing whatever they want, but like realistically, like if she just went there and found out, oh, my sister's not there, like I'm gonna kill this bad guy. I don't know, but like it
Mhm.
just there's some issues with it that like to me, I feel like No Way Home had a little less issues, but they really close
Okay.
for me. But I just feel like No Way Home had a little less issues, maybe.
Okay. All right. Cool. Cool. Well, before we move to Zay, Denzel, I think we got a little echo on your side again.
Mhm. All right.
And then okay, and then Zay, you wanna
Yeah.
say your piece?
Does anybody here y'all watch the Big Bang Theory at all?
Yeah.
I've watched some episodes.
Yep.
I can't say that
Yeah,
I'm
I have.
So there was an
dedicated, but I've
episode.
watched some episodes.
I'm gonna make my point, but I need this to make my point. Y'all remember that episode when Amy found Sheldon had Amy watch Indiana Jones with him, and she's like, "Oh, the
Oh
movie was
no.
good,"
Mhm.
except
Oh
for the
yeah.
fact that Indiana Jones really had no part to play in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And they
I know.
found out that all the Nazis would have found the tomb, they would have found all that, they found the temple, all without Indiana Jones. Like, everything about that
Mm,
movie, Indiana Jones had to be there. That's how I
Hmm.
felt about Brand New Day because nothing was contingent on Spider-Man and Jean Grey even interacting, in my opinion. Like I feel like
mm,
there was no dire consequence for Peter. There was no there was no actual call to action for Peter because police called him like, hey, help us with this. We don't know what the fuck going on. He found himself involved in it, but it had nothing to do with him. So as y'all said, like she could easily just use her powers and just immediately just go straight there and see what the hell happened. But she causing all this means of destruction because she can. Okay, yeah, now Peter gets called to action. But honestly, if Peter wasn't there, like really. So my thing is when I'm saying that is the fact that in No Way Home, yes, these are other people's villains, it's other Spider-Man's villains, but there was no direct call to action for Tom Holland's Spider-Man because everything that happened, it became personal for him. His life wasn't just on the line. His friend's life was on the line. His aunt's life was on the line. People's lives around was on the line per se. I think if Jane Grey wanted to, she would have just found that and then she would have just handled that by herself. I don't think that many people would have got hurt if Spider-Man didn't get involved. I think she would have handled what she needed to do. A couple people would have got hurt, but not to the extent of what Green Goblin then was trying to do.
mm.
Right?
Okay.
There was a sense of urgency as well because again, there was real life consequences if for his actions in that movie. Granted, it was brought on by his Aunt May by telling him to find the good in people and do what you feel is right in your heart. They ended up getting her killed. Uh, and that was sad. And that honestly was a huge mic drop in that movie because we used so used to Uncle Ben getting killed, like to the point where it's like Batman. Like I mean, who was gonna see where his parents were
Literally.
get it? But his Aunt May, oh shit, I was broke when I saw that in the theater. I was like, oh, this is real. Like at that point, what Norman said, he said, oh, it's real for you now. He said, now I'm gonna wake you up so you can realize that this shit ain't for funny games. Like people die in this bitch. So I feel like it wasn't just a fan service for me about the three Spider-Man. I love it, don't get me wrong. I absolutely love seeing the Spider-Man come in, him seeing Andrew Garfield get his redemption and his his call back to his scene. But I feel like I appreciated that it was a real life moment for Tom Holland to realize like this Spider-Man shit ain't for games. Like
Mm,
even outside of the Thanos situation, like that was scary, but that was universal. He found himself pulled into that. This time he had to pull himself into this. So I feel like as far as movies goes, I'm gonna have to go see Brand New Day again, like I always do all the movies anyway. I gotta go see it a second time just to get another opinion. But No Way Home had so much more in stake than Brand New Day did. That's my opinion.
okay. Okay. Fair enough. I'm gonna say I gotta say my piece since I'm on the
Is
opposite
that quote
side. That was actually
strong
some
enough
pretty
to
good
have it 2
points.
weeks to take it? Is that what Green
Yep,
Goblin said?
that's what he said.
Yeah. That was at some pretty good points that I didn't think about it. I was ready to disagree with you when you said the part about the he didn't have any type of stakes, but
Mm,
your angle, I see what you mean. I
mm,
think for me personally, No Way Home, I thought it was a great event film. I thought it was great great time in the theaters. I think this was also a great time in theaters. I look at that almost as like a even like okay, say if Toby's and Andrew's Spider-Man wasn't in there, I definitely have a lower opinion about it. I look at it as like say if what some people might say Captain America Civil War is Captain America's best like Captain America movie. Say if somebody said I like it's an ensemble film. I don't believe that. I think it's Winter Soldier, by the way.
It's Winter Soldier,
but
There it is.
it's easy Winter Soldier. It's easy Winter Soldier. But what I'm saying is
Sorry.
yeah, what I'm saying is like that's like it's almost like an ensemble film, which is like really good. I think it's really good with the Spider-Mans. But when I say okay, what's Tom Holland's best Spider-Man film? I'm like I have to go with the fourth one because it kind of pushes it did everything for him as like being a Spider-Man. Now, I will say the third one did, I think Zay made a good point. It kind of pushed him like personally. We're actually seeing the death of Aunt May since we didn't see the death of Uncle Ben. I think it did really, really good there. I think though, I didn't like how even when I rewatched that, I'm like, Tom Holland Tom Holland Spider-Man kind of just moving dumb a little bit. Like the things he was doing or the conclusions he was coming up with to fix the issue. I'm like, this doesn't make sense. Now, granted, he was younger, but I'm like, this doesn't make any type of like logical sense.
That's a maturity thing that Green Goblin and Doctor Strange brought up at the beginning of the movie. He's like, bro, you wanted me to wipe the minds of everybody in New York, and you didn't even go talk to the damn school first. Like, where's your brain? And even Norman and Elizabeth said, he's like, yo, decisions gonna have consequences. Like, these options you're not gonna like. So yeah, facts. He was just young.
Yeah, I think for me, I think they just lean into it just a little bit too much for my personal liking. But I do agree, he's more mature now, and I do love the maturity, and B, like the power boost he kind of has now. He's more of that Spider-Man. When you think Spider-Man, how he's moving, his spider sense, all that. I think that this movie gave that to us. Like I said, the weakest part. I feel like all the Spider-Man, all Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, the weakest part seems to be a villain for a different reason. First two, like again, I said Iron Man. The third one, he had a villain, but also it was kind of the Tobey Andrews. And this one, they're really, when you objectively, even though Gene was technically the villain, objectively the villain was really damage control, which I'm like, all right, Spidey versus damage control, not exciting. Even though Jean Grey, they placed her there as the antagonist, who we know Jean Grey ends up being. To me, that's still the weakest part, but I feel like it gave me so much of what I wanted from Spider-Man itself that I just have to put it slightly over. Now, with that being said, I still think No Way Home is not No Way Home. Yeah, No Way Home is easily top 5, probably top 4. It's still up there. I think this one for me, it just put right above it. Like it's not a huge gap. It's just right above it, only because for me personally, if it's an ensemble film, if there's a strong solo showing and then ensemble film, if they're kind of comparable, I might just give the edge to a solo film because you didn't have to depend on having the other, big cameos, I would say. So.
Also, real quick, I'm gonna say something what Alex has said about where the hell he getting his money at. I'm trying to figure that shit out too. And because all the tech he has, but I will say this: we've all known, especially comic book versions and even some of the movie versions, Peter likes going dumpster diving. He can take old ass computer parts and shit and build some crazy ass shit because he's that damn smart. So that's where I can make pass for the tech side is that he probably found some old shit and put it together and like created all this great tech shit. But as far as having a single like studio style apartment in Brooklyn or in Queens, I don't know where he getting that money from. Why? I don't get it.
Absolutely why. And not just dumpster dive. How you dumpster dive? He can make an AI with that.
Yeah.
Facts.
What? Hey,
you talking about Iron Man made a whole super suit inside of a cave with some bullshit.
Look,
even though I was agreeing with Zay, I kind of understand.
And he didn't need all the tech. And he was
that nigga ain't had no
ass.
technology. He wasn't fighting no advanced niggas. He was fighting
Yes,
he
was
fighting a bunch of fucking
Mongoloid. Doc Ock wasn't advanced.
We're talking about Tom Holland. He ain't seen Doc Ock yet.
I'm talking about Toby. Toby fighting First of all,
yeah, you fight him in
2005, but compared to now, this nigga is a caveman. He's a caveman.
Norman Osborn, boy, you tripping?
No, I will say this. I would know. No, Jizzo, wait.
Even compared.
Wait, Jizzo. Wait. we are allowing ourselves to forget that this man was brought up by Tony Stark, so he had access to shit that the other Spider-Man didn't have. It's
Absolutely.
not fair to do
That's
that.
true.
Right.
That boy damn near Nepo baby adopted.
He was a
Him
younger
never
Spider-Man.
say-
He was
But
a
we
younger
can't-
baby
Spider-Man.
type
can't-
shit.
we can't forget
This
Doc
nigga
Ock
was
literally made a
fighting-
son.
This nigga was fighting the Avengers, half of the Avengers at 15.
No, I get it,
Toby
but he had.
couldn't deliver a pizza in 30 minutes. What are we talking
That's
about?
right,
Listen,
but guess
bruh,
what?
I
he
don't
was
get on
trying
Tony
to
like that. That
save
nigga had to go
him.
like
Yeah. Super soldier serum.
But
Let's
wait,
not
hold
do
on,
that.
Lizzo.
Between the two niggas, bro. When I
Lizzo, with all that technology,
It's
Hold up.
comparable. Bro. It's
Hold up.
comparable.
Andrew
Doc Ock
ain't
was
even my
inventing
favorite.
cold
cold
job.
fusion, bro.
Exactly.
Doc Ock was
Andrew
inventing
ain't-
cold
He was
fusion.
inventing
Andrew
non-renewable
ain't even my
resources.
favorite, and he
in
was
his
still
basement.
killing shit. Electro? Are you killing me? Are you
no,
kidding me?
Jizzo, you're also realizing
Off the
that the
strength of his
same Tom
wits.
Holland, went against Green Goblin. Green
He
Goblin
beat Jamie
the
Foxx.
dog shit out of him. He beat the dog shit out of Peter had no suit gadgets, no nothing. He went to that man with straight hands, bro.
With straight hands and held up a
haymakers.
bridge. Stop playing with
Yeah,
me.
straight
hands,
hands, no technology, bare
Oh
hands.
my God.
Yeah.
Straight
Hey,
hands,
yo.
no technology,
Y'all
bro.
love,
Straight
this is the thing.
beat.
I love that for y'all. I love that y'all like archaic Spider-Man. We all grew up on it. I like that. I love that.
Wow.
For you. No,
That's
listen. I like
All right,
that.
go ahead,
I
go ahead, go
respect it. I respect it. But the fact is, y'all keep talking about this. Do you understand that this nigga Tobey Maguire, dead ass, if he would have went up against the Vulture in his first movie, Vulture would have laid this nigga out. Do y'all not understand the shit
Nah.
Vulture was doing in the first movie?
No,
Nah.
Vulture would have killed Tom Holland, bro.
Can I ask him that?
I still
Wait,
give it
wait,
to
wait,
Toby.
wait,
But I still
let me
give it
ask
to
him
Toby.
that.
Low
Vulture
key.
would have killed
Let me
him.
ask him that.
Y'all, we're not going to say
Let me
that
ask
like
him
I
the
that.
disagree.
first
He
movie.
faced the Green Goblin in his
Time
first
out.
movie.
Vulture
Time
in
out.
the first time. So
Wait.
Vulture versus first movie, Tobey Maguire. Toby was finna lay Vulture up.
Yes.
Let me
That nigga was getting
Wait.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he would have fucked that
Wait,
nigga up.
comparison. Excuse me.
He could
Comparison.
barely take Goblin.
You are overcrediting
I
like
know
Vulture
niggas
by a
act
lot
like Arrow
right now.
Y'all niggas is crazy.
Jizzo. Wait.
This nigga's
You're
wild.
overcrediting
It would've been-
fucking
it would've been a
Vulture by
shorter
lot,
movie.
fam.
Everybody wait for
Yeah,
it.
hell
Go
yeah.
Shorter
back, watch
movie.
Spider-Man. Hey, watch Spider-Man 1. Go back. Watch first
Excuse me.
Spider-Man. Watch
Bruh, Green
Homecoming.
Goblin was dropping a bomb that
for
Toby won't pull
disintegrated
punches
5
that
people.
much,
You
dog.
said
Let's remember
Spider-Man
that. You
was
won't pull
Uncle
punches like
Howdy.
that.
batarangs and shit.
Norman Osborn.
Because Green Goblin's killing Vulture.
Green Goblin
Hello.
has an
Yes, thank
incineration
you.
bomb, an
Hold on,
incineration
Steve.
grenade, and didn't use it on Spider-Man one time.
Hello.
Hold on,
Wait,
Steve.
real quick.
Norman Osborn was fucking tweaking off of a bot super soldier serum and using military high-tech grade equipment. What are we talking
Thank
about?
you.
And my nigga Toby was
Tom
a
Holland's
motherfucking
first show,
Spider-Man.
Vulture was a
Bucky Barnes.
Vulture was a
Toby-
human.
Toby
Bucky
was
Barnes in the
Spider-Man.
Falcon in his first show.
Toby was Spider-Man. Toby was Spider-Man
no
for
way.
2 minutes,
You
bro.
don't
For
talk to
2
me.
No,
minutes.
Bruh.
No, excuse
Oh,
me.
Bucky,
Toby
yeah.
was
Spider-Man for
Bucky's
2
laying off
minutes.
No.
Yeah, he is.
No, the Winter
Excuse me.
Soldier couldn't.
Bucky, no, Bucky is.
he
Yeah,
got
Bucky
him
is.
again.
Yeah,
No,
Bucky
Doc
gonna
Ock.
do.
I'm
Hey,
doing
Bucky
an
is
ADK podcast.
Bucky
I'm
cut
on
all
an
the-
ADK podcast.
Hey,
I'm not doing that. Get out
I
of
can
here.
cut this right
Get
now.
out of here.
I can cut this right now. I
What
can
is
cut
Bucky
all
gonna
this
do?
right now. I can cut all this
Bucky
right
on the
now.
Green Goblin, whoop his. The same thing Spider-Man
Bucky
did.
would've
Whoop his
fucked
ass.
up.
This nigga has
Bucky
guns.
would get him,
This
man.
man
Bucky's
has
like
guns,
that.
brother. You
Bucky
don't
is
think
folding
Bucky
him.
would have pulled out a damn grenade launcher and blew this nigga to Bro, hey.
Excuse me.
this
Bucky
nigga-
would've
What he did to everybody else in the Civil War, he
Bro,
would
Bucky
have
would've
All right,
beat that
Goblin
nigga.
and everybody
hold on,
else
let's
comfortably.
get
I ain't
back
gonna
to
hold
the
you.
core.
So Green Goblin
All right,
was
say
took
what you
Steve
got.
Rogers.
Excuse me. Get
So he
Jizzo.
would've took Steve
Jizzo. Let's have some decorum here for a second. In No Way Home, Tom Holland's first interaction with Doc Ock,
No Way Home.
right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
If it wasn't for his fuck ass technology, that nigga would have died. If he didn't move his nanotech to his chest, he would have died. Tobey Maguire boxed this same nigga with no tech and did not die. If it wasn't for the tech,
we did
if
not
it wasn't
kill
for
No,
the
they did not.
Talk your shit, Steve.
We
no,
did
sorry, if it
If
wasn't for the
anything-
tech, if it
If
wasn't
anything,
for
got
the
kind
tech,
of
Tom Holland would have died.
Sandman down.
Because he got stabbed by Doc Ock. He's got his ass beat by Doc Ock. He got his ass beat by Green Goblin. He got stabbed by, almost got stabbed
Context
by,
matters,
no.
y'all. When we saw
Tom,
when Toby fought Green Goblin was hitting this nigga with bullshit Power Ranger karate, a couple of right hooks and shit. When he was fighting Tom Holland, he was moving like prime Brock Lesnar. He put that nigga through 3
you're forgetting about that
It's like
the
the
last
same guy.
fight.
It's not the same man. That nigga
It's
is
a-
up
no,
tremendously.
No, Because
Oh
you
my
forget
God.
about that last
It-
final fight in Spider-Man 1.
in the first Spider-Man film, he was doing like a cartwheel in the air to just what's going
Cartoony
that last
shit.
fight.
Cartoony
Nah.
Hey,
bullshit.
Sorry.
same guy, bro. Same
He beat
guy.
the mask.
Bro, older
He beat
Willem
the suit
Dafoe
and
was
mask
putting in
off of
better hands,
Tobey Maguire,
better
bro.
coordinated fighting than younger Willem Dafoe. Are we serious?
Hey, that's
But we're talking about Doc
Same
Ock
guy.
right now. Doc Ock was about to
Yeah,
stab that man, and if it wasn't
Yeah.
for his suit, he would have died.
Doc
That's what
Ock
I'm
was a
saying.
menace.
If
Doc
it
Ock
wasn't
wasn't
for all in New
scaled.
York, Spider-Man would have died. Now what we saying? Tobey Maguire would have died. Since we being like that.
That
That brother just would have passed out. He would have been
I
fine.
mean,
All right, just saying.
he still been okay.
Oh,
We're talking about
if it wasn't for
Toby-
if it wasn't for Toby and Andrew and Doctor Strange and Iron Man and all these other motherfuckers in all of the movies. Hey yo, Toby has had help in every movie. And Nick,
Tom wouldn't have to worry about it.
Tom has had help in
bro.
every movie. Tom has
He's had
literally had
help
help
in
in every
movies.
movie.
Yes,
When he
absolutely.
first showed up.
All I know is
Tom Holland-
Tom
Tom Holland,
hasn't had help
Tom
in every
Holland's
movie.
Spider-Man
nobody's
has been
seen
Let's get
independent
come on
until
now.
now.
From Iron Man's
So
tech
Andrew
to Nick
Garfield said he
Fury
cleared the
to-
board after he got upset. So nope, so
Oh,
they
yeah,
definitely
that's
not
true.
saying Andrew.
Andrew Garfield put his
Andrew
in the
and-
Hey,
grave.
listen, you ain't talking about my
Andrew
gut,
had
Andrew.
no help.
Andrew held his own this whole entire time.
Andrew
My
and
gut
Toby had
hold
no
on his
help and no
own. I ain't
money,
hear
bro.
nobody bring up my
What we
boy.
talking
Yeah,
about?
that's true.
Andrew's a murderer, so he don't count.
You damn right he is. And he needed to
Andrew
be.
and
Hey.
Toby had no help, and guess what? Both
He needed
Toby
to be a
and
murderer. You
Andrew's
see what
best
happened in
friends
New
was
York
trying to
City?
kill
He
him.
needed to be.
So he didn't have no help? Because at the end of
Come
Spider-Man 3, it
on.
looked like he had a whole bunch of help. Harry died
Who?
helping this nigga. What we talking about?
But as I'm saying,
That was one.
I mean, that was kinda
Andrew
it.
My
said
God.
enough
That
is
was one
enough,
occasion.
and he made sure that
Apparently.
he ain't never gonna need help again because there's no villains.
That's
He
the
had
problem
one.
with you,
He
young
had
boy.
one person to help
Hey,
him.
that's the least Harry could have did.
But Toby still
After
had less
Toby
Yeah,
than
after all he
Tom.
did.
ass in
Tom
his
had
own
the
house,
whole
how you
entire
get your ass
Avengers
whooped
at
in
the
your own
house.
house?
Bro got his girl snaked by his
Yeah.
best man, bro. He
Tom-
losing everywhere else.
Tom had money, bro. Tom had money, bro. That boy was a
Tom
adopted
had
nepo
money.
baby.
Tom had a real best friend that didn't fuck his girl and tried to
AI?
kill him. Hey,
Not
y'all know
yet.
what?
Not
He
yet.
had
That's
AI.
supposed to be the Hobgoblin, though.
Listen, y'all
So
saying that Toby had no help. Toby had no help. If it wasn't for his landlord not charging this nigga for that
All
extra
right.
rent when
Hey.
it was necessary, he'd be
Let's wrap it
home.
up.
oh, okay.
Let's
Yeah,
wrap
you
it
talking
up.
about the logistics of New York? Come on
I
now.
got
Cut
something
this
to say.
shit.
Making him cookies. That nigga, bro,
Let's
see,
wrap
he
up.
had, that man had a
Hey.
full support system.
Hey, you tried your best, Genzo. You tried your
Let's
best.
wrap it
Go
up.
ahead.
Couldn't be my go Andrew, dog. Couldn't be my go Andrew.
Hey,
I ain't hear no problem
hey,
here.
hold on.
If Doc
All right,
Ock
let's
didn't give himself
bring it
up,
back
what
in.
would-
Bring it back in.
If Doc Ock didn't just give himself up, what would we have done? Doc Ock gave up
Nah.
Hold
Doc
on.
Ock
Let's bring it back
literally
in.
gave
Bring it back in.
and drowned himself. He gave up and drowned himself.
All right, before we
All right.
close out, we're gonna go around the room one more time before we close out. We're just gonna say real quick, like within 10 seconds, what do you think the end credit scene mean? We just go around the room and then we can do like a little wrap up and close.
All right.
All right. I'll go first. I think the end credit scene. I think the end credit scene means Battle World. That's what I think. Zay.
I think it's either Battle World, Miles, or Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. Only because we know that we kind of have a hint that Tobey Maguire might be in Doomsday, so possibility. But my thing was the way that it glitched. Not sure if it glitched because it was too far out, but it definitely looked like that Spider-Verse glitch from the Across the Spider-Verse movies. Again, it's a stretch because again that was a weak ass end credit scene. That's just my opinion. I'm sorry, you made me wait almost 15.
I agree with that.
I was pissed, but yeah, it's one of those three for sure.
Okay. Genzo.
All or nothing is Miles Morales, bro. All or nothing. He came from a different timeline. They're probably going to do the Molecule Man story where his shit was coming apart, and he had that old ass hamburger in his pocket, and he gave it to the Molecule Man. And then it's just the versus colliding. I don't know how they're going to work it out. I feel like that's the angle they're going to go. You know, Marvel likes to bastardize a couple stories here and there. So, but that's what I think it is. It's Miles Morales, bro. All or nothing.
Okay. Atlas. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Jay.
I'm going multiverse, Spider-Verse. That glitch looked similar
Spider-Verse,
to
okay.
yeah.
All right.
Okay. Alex.
I was saying that it was possibly Miles Morales. Like maybe there's again, like tying into like the whole multiverse thing that they're doing with this
Mhm.
continuity. Like it could be some like reading that it's getting from another multiverse or another dimension or whatever, because shit's about to get crazy. So I think it's Miles Morales, or at least something from some of the Spider-Verse, something. So
Okay. All right. And easy.
I'm not gonna get my hopes up from Miles. I really wish, but I ain't doing it. But I think it's Battle World, or they're gonna be out there in space, whatever, with the Fantastic Four, doing some bullshit out there, because they like to hop through universes like it's nothing.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
cool.
Okay. Okay. Well, shoot, I know we try to keep it at an hour. We're literally at an hour and 15 seconds right now. So,
Oh, don't worry. I'm gonna make this 30 seconds real quick. Just back to
Oh,
what y'all was
Lord, have
saying real
mercy.
quick. Last thing, all right. The fact that y'all was out here, don't y'all sigh. Don't you sigh. I've seen what makes y'all cheer. Don't your boos mean
hey,
nothing
you
to
got,
me.
hey,
all right?
you got 20 seconds.
Anyway, the
20,
fact
yeah,
that
you ruined
I
it.
want y'all to understand, America, people at home watching, understand that these people are talking about how Tom Holland is getting too
These
old to be
people.
Spider-Man, all right? They wanted Tobey Maguire's 53-year-old ass to keep acting this entire time, but they want Tom to pack it up and start a family. You see the bias between this America.
No, Tom
You see the-
First
wants
of
to
all,
Not all of us,
first
brother.
of
Not
all-
all of us.
Tom-
I gotta
Tom
say,
got
I'm
two
kicking for
movies.
Andrew Garfield like to all hell.
Get that
Excuse
Tom
man
got
pardon-
two more
pardon
movies.
go
me,
as
pardon
long
me,
as he
gentlemen.
wants to go. Paul.
Pardon me,
Tom
pardon
don't
me,
want to.
gentlemen. Pardon me, gentlemen. Genzo, did you just call us niggas?
Yeah,
did.
I did. Absolutely.
You did. Oh, that's what I thought I heard. That's what I thought I heard.
Nigga.
Okay, because what you mean by
I'm
these
giving you the
people?
hard
They-
R. All right.
Well,
The way y'all
make sure-
talking in here.
Wow.
If you say
Delicious.
niggas, make sure you
Excuse
put real in front of that. Real
Excuse me.
niggas, because
Excuse
real
me.
niggas
I
know.
will
Excuse me.
not.
We know
Niggas,
ball
and I
around
put
here.
B
And a
in front of
Y.
that. B niggas.
If
Don't say no why.
Zendaya wants
All right,
if Zendaya wants to have kids and start a family, I will probably stop acting too. So let's
Jay,
be
Jay,
real.
Jay,
Real ass, real
because
ass.
you're about to be married.
Yeah,
This
well.
nigga's about to start his own family, so that's the only reason. So
Bro, you know how
don't
much
count.
money they
You don't
have?
count.
He honestly
And
can
Alex
stop
already has a
now.
family, so she don't count.
Yeah, they really could.
Do you
Bro,
understand
they
I
got
have no
Doom,
kids,
they
so
got
what's up?
Spider-Man, they got Odyssey. They
They got
good for
Doom
life.
3. They good, bro. They could be
Yeah,
done
they good
after
for
this
life.
year. if
Me
they
and
want.
my husband
Yeah,
ain't
they
having
need
no
for life,
kids.
honestly.
It's us and
Well-
our dog. So what's
Well,
up?
listen, Tom Holland might not want none either, so let him keep being
He
Spider-Man.
does. He
Jesus
said it
Christ.
plenty of times.
He
Y'all
said he
do-
wants to be a
y'all
father.
do-
He only got
Tom
like,
Holland doesn't even like
These
Hollywood.
people want to see Tobey
Yeah,
Maguire
he doesn't
right
even
now
like
in the
Hollywood,
movie.
bro.
Well, y'all want to see an old
Jizzo.
ass Tobey Maguire right
I never said
now.
that.
But you want
I never
Tom
said
Nah,
that.
I did not say that.
Sir, I'm gonna send you the
I
interview.
ain't
Thank
say
you.
that.
Bring back my
I
Joe,
didn't
Andrew
say that.
Garfield.
We're just
Don't
being
bring him back
realistic about the
Easy off,
situation.
man. Very easy off. I'm trying to just very easy off, bro. Hey, don't bring. Hey, listen, unless
Hell no, y'all
unless
gonna do
it's
this. Y'all
Andrew
gonna stop
Garfield, I don't want.
disrespecting my girl,
I want to see
dog.
the killer.
Hold on,
Why?
real fast though.
He would have. So?
All right. Well,
I'm gonna
Real
send
fast.
you the interview he had when he said he wants to be done. I'm gonna
yeah,
don't
send
know
because
what
he
he
doesn't
wants
even
in
like
the crowd.
Hollywood.
He's
That
30.
man's 30.
I guess you a child.
Crazy.
I guess you a child. Say this a child.
I didn't know what he
Give him the
Oh,
Hugh
you know
Jackman
what's that?
till he's 90. Till
Am
he's
I the
fucking
oldest in the
90.
room?
Give him the Hugh Jackman treatment.
Oh shit.
Am I the oldest in the room?
One man Spider-Man.
Possibly.
I know how old y'all is, but how?
No, you don't.
Jay, how are you, sweetheart? I guess we do because we talked about it the last time.
Mm.
How are you,
Oh, yeah.
Jay?
I'm
Easy.
30, so I'm cool if I'm
30
just
something.
keeping this.
He kept that real low.
I said I'm 30.
He's 30.
Oh,
God dang, 30 something's crazy. But
I think he said, yeah, okay. He cut
I'm
out.
old as hell.
damn, okay, hold up. Shit.
All right, easy. But,
Yeah, I'm 30. I just
all right,
turned
anybody?
30.
Any other last
No,
comments?
that's it. I got errands
Yeah,
to run.
yeah.
Genzo just fucked up his name right for the rest of the day.
Up, man. You gonna get
Hey,
there.
hey, that was a long 30 seconds.
He right down the street. I can go find his ass. Piss me off.
That's right.
You said what?
Multiverse of madness.
Hey, right.
Multiverse
Crossover
of
zone for real.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, that's a special episode of our Spider-Man review.
Yeah.
Now I thought it was pretty good episode.
Absolutely.
Of course, we gonna see everybody on this. We're gonna clip all this, put it on social media for all your listeners. If you listen on YouTube and you hear this far. Hey, appreciate you because I be seeing the analytics. Y'all be watching like 10% and be going off. So if you
Peace
still
out.
here, hey,
Yeah.
I don't know. We should give you some money or something. I don't know, but I appreciate Nurk, I appreciate all our guests.
Mhm.
Go to guy A to Z, who obviously who's no stranger to the podcast.
Send me Jizzo's address right now. I'm pulling up. Send me his address right now. I'm pulling up.
Alex and Zay, who are no stranger to the podcast.
Zay,
Thank
just
y'all
sit your
for
ass
coming
down.
back. Thank y'all for coming back for this little special episode. I know kind of dropped this in y'all's inbox like yesterday. So I appreciate y'all for pulling up. Atlis, we know you've cameoed on the on the show a couple times now. Appreciate you for coming back. And Jay and Easy from AllTimeNation. This is actually our first time on the podcast, even though we actually kind of collabed with y'all guys at DreamCon. So first time recording
Yeah.
with you guys. So appreciate y'all for joining us. All this is a long time in the
course.
making.
Absolutely.
So hopefully we know we're gonna see each other. We're gonna be collabing it again, and whether we see each other at Atlanta May
course.
Fest or next con or whatnot.
We love black people.
Not the last y'all have seen all of us together. But no, I appreciate all you guys. But that's our Spider-Man review of Brave New Day.
Brand new day,
excuse me.
brother.
Brand new day.
Goddamn,
Brand new day.
All right, I'll finish it up. Thank you, everybody, for showing up.
Yeah, Brave New Day.
All right, we will catch y'all later. That was our review of Spider-Man Brand New Day. Now, y'all go read the book and wash your ass.
That part.
That part.
Indeed.
I got
Spread your
answer one.
cheeks so the water can get in there.
Hi.